What's happening on America's college campuses is horrific. Anti-Semitic mobs have taken over leading universities.
Anti-Semitic mobs? That is a straight up lie. What it is U.S. college students protesting an ongoing genocide. A genocide that's currently being led by that man, the Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu. All of this started at Columbia University, where their students have been protesting against their school because their school administration is invested in Israel. And let me tell you, genocide is not an investment opportunity. These students have been trying to get Columbia University to divest themselves from Israel, but Columbia University hasn't done so. These Columbia students were even attacked by 2 former IDF soldiers who infiltrated a protest on campus carrying a dangerous chemical agent called skunk, which they used to attack the students. And so these students and these groups have continued to protest. The student body even passed referendums saying that the overwhelming majority of Columbia students wanted the administration to divest themselves from Israel, and still the university didn't do it. The movement decided to stage a protest and camp out on campus until Columbia decided to divest from Israel. But the school wasn't going to stand for the right. They knew that if they did, they'd end up like Claudine Gay. They'd end up like UPenn. They'd be fired from their jobs for standing against Israel. And so they called the NYPD and arrested over 100 protesters. They expelled and suspended dozens of students. And in reaction to this, colleges across the United States staged their own sit-ins. And more arrests have been made in Manhattan, in Yale. At Harvard, they shut the yard down. That's a big deal. But this isn't about anti-Semitism. It's about doing what's right. What's right is not investing in a genocide. What's right is not shutting down peaceful protesters. I think I'm going to show you a few more clips from that video, but notice how Netanyahu never mentions the real reason these protests are happening. Notice how he makes the conversation all about anti-Semitism. That's what the goal is, because if you're focused on anti-Semitism on college campuses, you're not looking at Gaza. You're not thinking about the Palestinians. That's what he wants.
Many of them have responded differently, but there has to be more. More has to be done. It has to be done not only because they attack Israel, that's bad enough. Not only because they want to kill Jews wherever they are, that's bad enough. It's also, when you listen to them, it's also because they say not only death to Israel, death to the Jews, but death to America.
I mean, isn't this just ridiculous? Nobody in America is saying death to Jews. Nobody who's taking part in these protests are like, yeah, this is about hating Jews. No, it's not. It's about ending Zionism. It's about freeing Palestine. It's about stopping the occupation. So my point is, it's not that hard to see through the lies. Benjamin Netanyahu is a genocidal killer. And don't get distracted. Keep your eyes on the Palestinians. Keep your eyes on Gaza. This has nothing to do with anti-Semitism. It has everything to do with freedom and what is right. Anyways, definitely make sure you have me followed on Instagram, because I don't know how much longer TikTok is going to last. And make sure more people hear this message by reposting and copying the link a bunch before you scroll. Thank you, and free Palestine.